I know this man is out there, 7-figure salary, 5'10". Need him to be obviously in very good shape. Are we talking a week?
You're just not finding it anywhere.
Oh, yes. That kind of man might exist somewhere, and maybe he'd even be interested in building a relationship with you. But the reality is that holding on to standards as specific narrows your options to an incredibly tiny fraction of people. Today, we've gathered some of the most unbelievable moments featuring sky-high relationship expectations, and every clip raises the stakes even more. You won't want to miss a single one.
Basically, I'm just very clear on what I want. There's a lot of boxes that need to be ticked. I know this man is out there. And it's just a matter of finding him. 7-figure salary.
Right.
Already said morning routine.
Yes.
That includes some sort of exercise with group accountability, as well as some sort of very high nutrition, I'm going to say smoothie. At least 5'10". I feel like that's generous. I need him to be obviously in very good shape. I need him to have a full head of hair. That's very important to me.
Okay.
Be a Christian, but not take it too seriously. Like, I don't want to have to go to church every Sunday, but I don't want to get into fights over religion either.
Sure, of course.
I want him to have an impeccable wardrobe. I want his suits to be tailored. I want him to look good in greens and blues because those are complementary to what I look good in. Absolutely no jewelry.
Okay.
Absolutely no tattoos.
Okay.
Unless the only tattoo that would be acceptable would be a very small tattoo if he were in a secret society at an Ivy League university and was forced to get a tattoo, that I would make a pass for.
He was forced.
I want him to be from a good family. I'll know what that means when I see it, or what more well said, I'll know what wouldn't satisfy that criteria when I see it.
Okay.
Never been married, no kids. I want to be his first wife. Our children are going to be his only children. No allergies. Has to like animals. I would prefer that he's a cat person, but if he's a dog person, that's okay. I think that's it.
Yeah.
How soon can you find the man that satisfies this checklist? Are we talking a week?
Where would you say that your standards are so high that you're just not finding it anywhere?
So, I'm always looking at the next stage of my life. And I have found that most of the men that I've dated are not this serious about doing what it takes to perform at the level that I perform at.
So one of the things that you mentioned was that you were looking forward to, and correct me if I'm wrong, becoming manager or managing director of your law firm. And right now, from what I'm aware, through the person that gifted this to you, you are lead receptionist. So I wanted to just kind of see. That's a big aspiration, and it's wonderful. I think it's wonderful to chase our dreams.
And it's not chasing a dream. It's creating the next steps of a life that are absolutely set in stone at this point.
Once you begin treating relationships like a list of required qualifications, where someone has to satisfy every condition before you even give them a chance, the focus starts to shift away from genuine connection. Instead of taking the time to understand who a person truly is, everything becomes about whether they meet a predetermined set of standards, and that can cause you to overlook real compatibility.
Y'all clothes? I got some money for you.
We are closed.
I'm famous. You can't do me like that. Can't make me a taco? Damn.
She's serious.
fucking taco? Just make me a taco. Sit down. I gave you $100. You don't want $100? Do that in front of 20,000 people? That's crazy. Wait, look.
You have a couple followers and make like $2,000 a month, and now you're walking around saying you're famous and think people should bend the rules for you. It's absolutely disgusting.
I think most people would agree that this kind of attitude comes across as unnecessarily entitled. The reality is that influence or popularity doesn't place anyone above everyone else, and having a large audience doesn't automatically earn special treatment. Respect is built through character and actions, not by the size of followers. So the situation took an unfortunate turn for her. Not only was she turned down in front of others and on camera, but she also appeared across a serious legal boundary by making unwanted physical contact. Depending on the circumstances and local laws, the man could choose to report the incident or pursue legal action.
You know what's worse than Sunday scaries? Saturday scaries. I messaged a guy that I did not talk to for like 8 years. Literally like hooked up with him like 8 years ago. And I randomly thought about him, like, you know, like when you're single at like 28, you start thinking about, oh, maybe from the past, like this is a good guy. Yeah, no, this is what went down. First I messaged him, hey stranger. He said, sorry, who's this? I said, Leah Bars. And then when I said, well, I said Leah, haha. And then I said Bars. And then when I sent Bars, it didn't say delivered. So I was like, did he block me? So then I did this. I went to his Venmo and I sent him $1 and I said, did you block me? And then he unblocked me and said, what's up? This is random. And I said, well, why did you block me? He said, why are you texting me? I said, whoa, I don't know, to catch up. He's like, it's been 8 years. I said, damn, I didn't know people couldn't talk again. My bad. He was like, I have a wife and kids now. Plot twist, my bad. He said, think you're a weirdo. I said, right back at ya. And then the conversation just ended and honestly woke up mortified.
To be fair, most people would find that situation unusual. Reaching out after 8 years of no communication, especially when someone is now married with children, can easily come across as unexpected and out of place. If the only connection was a brief encounter years ago, randomly reopening contact at this stage of life is likely to feel awkward, since both people have moved on and have far different priorities now.
There's not a big pool of good men.
That's a lie.
100% lie.
That's not a lie.
That is a lie. Listen.
What?
There's not a lot of good men who want y'all. I'm clapping for myself. There's a lot of good men out there like where the good man at? Like they hiding under a rocker in a cave. They everywhere. They at the gas station. They at Costco. They at Equinox. They at the bank. They walking right past you and you don't show up on their radar because of the way you are. They're going to walk right by you. And you in LA. If you in LA or anywhere LA adjacent, your pretty face ain't going to go too far because everybody's pretty. Matter of fact, you ain't even got to be born pretty or wake up pretty. But when you leave your house, you're going to be pretty. So everybody's pretty. That's a prerequisite. So if that's all you got to offer, we're not looking at you. So there is plenty of good men. I am not rare in that way. I am rare in the way that I'm probably one of the only few good men that you have a close relationship to. But there's plenty of good men. There's plenty of good men. They just don't want your ass. In general, not you, because you're a good woman.
This man delivered a reality check they probably weren't expecting, and it may end up being one of the most important messages they've heard. Whether they choose to reflect on his words or brush them aside is entirely up to them, but chances are they'll ignore the advice and continue down the same path.
This is the sad reality of this girl finding the man that she's looking for based upon her criteria. And this girl that goes by the name of Maxed Out Mommy breaks down the chances of her finding a man that's in finance that has a trust fund that's 6'5" with blue eyes. So first she breaks down the number of men that are over 18, which is about 48.2%, making it 101 million men in America that could qualify. And only about 1.7 million men are actually in finance. And only 0.1% of that 1.7 million that are in finance have trust funds. Then she breaks down the amount of men that are actually over 6'5", which is 21 men. And only 6 of those 21 men have blue eyes. But to make things worse, now she has to break down how many of those men are actually available. And that number is 2. So there's 2 men out there that actually fit this woman's criteria of what she's looking for in a man. Good luck to you.
This really highlights the problem with treating relationships like a strict checklist, where every requirement has to be met before giving someone a chance. That approach places too much emphasis on rigid standards instead of genuine connection. In the end, it's usually wiser to avoid relationships built around endless expectations rather than mutual understanding and respect.
Yeah, you're very gorgeous though, but I don't like that you put the fake flower in your vest trying to make it look better than what it was.
Yeah.
I don't like that you brought a fake briefcase. There's probably nothing in there, and it's also halfway open. You should probably close it. Also, I don't like that the fact that you put your hat.
What would be
Why do you have a hat
considered a
on?
fake briefcase though?
Fake briefcase.
I mean, the hair
or
done.
something.
It's done. It's
So
done.
why
dog.
didn't you show your hair?
That's what I wanted to do today.
I don't understand. I just want to see your hair though.
I get it. You feel me? I've dealt with, you feel me, Chicago women most of my life. You okay? You feel me? Me and your brother probably sound alike because we done been through the same struggles. You feel me? But I could respect that. I just wanted to know what you was thinking about. That's all that was.
It's just weird talking to my little brother. So
no problem. You can't say little. We the same age, darling. Let's be respectful.
you sound like him though.
That's
So
because we
talking-
from the same place. So you don't like
it's
people
not.
from your hometown.
I never said
and
that.
that's respectful. I can respect
I
that.
just want a man with a higher vocabulary,
Okay.
which you don't have on your day-to-day speak. Speaking to all the other women, trust. I know you're good.
I talk like where I was born from. I got a real like respect. I can't let you, like, you feel me, throw down what I've been through. You feel me?
I never said what you went through
I'm
was.
just saying though, you tried though, darling.
No, I
you feel me?
didn't.
So I want you to know, like, I'm really from struggle. I speak a
great.
certain type of way, but I've searched for education. I have a bachelor's
That's
degree.
fine.
You feel me? What I do right now, I work with people every day. So I don't want you to just throw shade on hood nigga in general.
wasn't throwing shade
I
on you,
speak with a
love.
little slang. I got a little hood to me, but I'm educated, baby.
No, that's fine.
We can move forward.
It's hard to understand why she was criticizing him over such minor details that have little real significance. Whether he chooses to wear a hat or carry a briefcase is entirely his personal choice and doesn't say much about his character. Instead of focusing on meaningful qualities, she seemed unnecessarily dismissive over things that simply weren't worth making an issue out of.
Don't understand how the most basic level men can leave America, travel to these other countries, and just pull absolute tens, like the hottest girls that you will ever see. And these men, like men that we wouldn't even look twice at, are just pulling them and convincing them to date them. Like, I truly don't understand it. Can someone please explain to me how this is happening and how these men are able to get away with it? Also, like, how can we stop this? It's out of control, and it's getting to a point where it needs to be stopped.
Okay, so she's super jealous of this new reality where guys are disgusted with American women in this country because it's really becoming like a pandemic of sorts of just horrible behavior. And they go to other countries and they meet women who want to be in their feminine, right? Because they haven't been indoctrinated in the same way.
If a man decides to travel abroad and happens to meet someone he connects with on a deeper level, that's entirely his choice. Relationships are personal, and people naturally look for the partner who suits them best, regardless of where they meet. It's difficult to see why someone would take issue with a decision that ultimately affects only the people involved.
I really want to put myself out there. I got broken up with on Christmas Eve, so I am just willing to do anything, shoot my shot, because I really have nothing to lose. 3, 2, 1.
Look at the face of shock on this girl. The reason why she has the face of shock is this. All of these girls, they're like delusional. They all think they're like a 10.
This simply shows that you can't assume every man will be immediately interested, especially someone who values his own judgment and self-respect. After all, he doesn't truly know you, and first impressions are based only on what people see, hear, and the way you choose to present yourself. Genuine interest develops through getting to know someone, not through assumptions or expectations.
Convicted by a matchmaker this week. You wouldn't be able to work with me. I'm very, very type A, organized. I like to be the leader leader. I also told her I was looking for a man who was also a leader because I don't want to always be the leader, believe it or not. I told her I was looking for someone that was at or above the same income level as me, driven, who is ambitious, who is ready for a long-term relationship and ready to get married. She may have actually picked up on the fact that I'm a little high-strung. I'm not like a stressed out or anxious person. I'm just high energy or type A. This is who I am. And she was asking me, do I meditate? No. Do I journal? No. I said I could never really be with a beta type man. I specifically used the word doormat. I said I would chew them up and spit them out. And her response was, well, I married that type of man. She was saying that, you know, men really like a soft woman and I should try some of these vision board journaling, meditating type of things. She essentially said that I am not ready for her type of services because I have too much work to do. My walls are too high and I'm not ready for a long-term committed relationship at the ripe age of 38, where I've been in therapy for 10 plus years. She also said that I need to soften a little bit. And men like a softer woman. Essentially, I spent $350 to meet with this woman, have her tell me I am not worthy of love as I am, but the fact that I need to change in order to be worthy of love and partnership. We shouldn't be pushing on these narratives that people are not worthy as they are, and essentially telling women that the type of woman they are isn't worthy of love. That is a narrative that should not be given to anyone, or it is dangerous commentary, and the fact that she said this to my face had some audacity.
The part that she's not considering is that matchmaker is also hired by men. So she's listening to what men want, which is why she's giving the feedback that she's giving. But this reaction from a woman is exactly what a lot of men are experiencing in the dating world. There's just so much resistance from women these days to self-reflect and potentially change a little bit. It is okay to change yourself in order to improve yourself. It does not mean that you're not worthy of love currently. You are. Everyone is. It's just a matter of, are you willing to make yourself a better partner to fit into a relationship? It's really that simple.
Being turned down by a matchmaker is a pretty strong sign that something may need a change. Their role is simply to connect people who seem compatible. So if even they struggle to find a suitable match, it's worth taking a closer look at your approach. In this case, rigid expectations and an overly demanding mindset appear to be creating unnecessary barriers. But that's not all. What comes next is even more surprising.
I'm sorry, what?
I said I like your bike.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, thought you were really cute. I was wondering if you would mind taking me for a ride sometime?
Ooh, I'm sorry, I would, but I have a girlfriend right now.
I don't see her anywhere.
Huh?
She's not here. I don't see her anywhere.
Ooh, I don't know about that one. She would definitely find out.
Not if you don't tell her.
I'm sorry, I don't know what gave you the impression that I was that kind of guy, but that is not me.
I mean, just one time. It's not like you have to tell her.
No, that's not me. I'm sorry.
I mean, if you don't think I'm cute, you just say that.
Okay, I don't really think you're cute.
You know, I don't think you're cute.
Did I actually just get that on video?
Once again, the situation escalated quickly. The interaction was captured on camera. Her approach was rejected, and her actions appeared to cross a serious boundary that could potentially have legal consequences. It serves as a reminder that everyone should respect personal space and handle rejection appropriately. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Share your thoughts and comments. Leave a like if you found it interesting. Subscribe for more content. And I'll see you in the next one.